Imagine spending years in prison without being found guilty. This was the tragic reality of Professor GN Saibaba, a dedicated human rights activist. Today, we'll examine his story as a powerful example of how anti-terror laws like the Unlawful Activities Prevention Act or UAPA can be misused to silence dissent. The UAPA, enacted in 1967, was designed to prevent activities that threaten India's sovereignty and unity. Over time, however, this law has been used in ways that bypass fundamental rights, notably reversing the presumption of innocence and allowing extended detention without trial. Professor GN Saibaba was a Delhi University professor and a vocal critic of state policies. In 2014, he was arrested under the UAPA for alleged Maoist links. Despite no concrete evidence, he spent nearly a decade behind bars under grueling conditions, even after being acquitted not once but twice by the Bombay High Court. Living with 90% disability, Professor Saibaba relied on a wheelchair. During his imprisonment, he suffered severe health complications. In his memoir, he described the intense pain caused by untreated medical issues, a story of suffering that underscores the human cost of pre-trial detention under UAPA. In March this year, the Bombay High Court acquitted him again, stating that there was no credible evidence for the charges. Despite this, his release was repeatedly delayed. Eventually, the Supreme Court upheld the acquittal, but only after he'd endured years of irreversible damage. Professor Saibaba's story is not isolated. UAPA has been used against numerous activists, transforming pre-trial detention into a form of punishment. Under this law, principles like innocent until proven guilty are often overlooked, leading to prolonged imprisonments that violate personal liberty. His death brings up a pressing question: should those acquitted after long imprisonments receive compensation? Recently, the Supreme Court hinted that in cases of clean acquittal, compensation could be considered, acknowledging the deep personal and societal costs of wrongful detention. Countries worldwide face similar situations with anti-terror laws. However, many democracies have developed safeguards to prevent misuse, balancing national security with civil liberties, a balance India is still striving to achieve. Professor Saibaba once wrote, "I don't believe in sympathy, I believe in solidarity." His story is a wake-up call to push for reforms that protect freedoms while ensuring accountability. Follow us for more insights on legal issues and rights protections.